888-888-9494. Next up, we have a real treat for you. You know, I receive hundreds of letters and emails from residents each month, but some of the most enjoyable ones come from school children. So when we received a stack full from Mrs. Krasnowski's second grade class at Hurffville Elementary School and an invitation to visit the class, we couldn't resist. Here's a sampling of some of the questions.
How many meetings do you go to in a year? I was wondering, are the meetings you go to fun? How long do you work?
Well, Taylor, let's do the math together. I attend at least 3 scheduled meetings 5 days a week. That's 15, right? Then, of course, people stop by and need to talk to the mayor about different things. So let's say I also take about 5 unscheduled appointments each week. So that's 15 plus 5 is 20. Then I also attend board and committee meetings during the evening, twice a week. So now we're up to 22. Thursday evenings, I hold open office hours from 4 to 8 p.m. About a half dozen people usually stop by on Thursdays. So now we're up to 28 per week, times 4 weeks, per month, gives us 112 times 12 months a year. Are you following me now? For a grand total of 1,344 meetings each year, or at least that's what we figured out. And Alexis, some of the meetings are more fun than others, especially when I get to meet new people, but they're always rewarding when we work together as a group to help solve problems. And Brittany, you can just imagine, with over 1,000 meetings each year, I work pretty long hours. I really don't mind it though. When I was a kid about your age, I always stayed up late doing homework, and I was always the last kid on the block to come inside for the night, so I guess I'm pretty used to it by now. Let's hear who else has a question.
Do you like the Eagles?
Sure, Tyler, I like the Eagles. Do you? When I was a young boy, though, I only rooted for the New England Patriots, or they were called the Boston Patriots then, because I'm originally from Massachusetts. So nowadays, I root for the Eagles and the Patriots. And by the way, I also enjoy watching kids play sports. My favorite teams, my daughter's soccer team and her basketball team. Okay, who's next?
Can you put in sidewalks from Heritage Valley to Washington Lake Park so we can walk or ride our bikes there?
Well, Laura, we're working on it. Right now, the plans are to start out by creating a main biking-hiking path at Washington Lake Park behind the amphitheater. And that would run all the way down to the football fields on East Holly Avenue. Once we get that main path forged out, we'll continue to create smaller paths that spring off from there. Think of it like a big tree. The main path is like the trunk and the smaller trails are like the branches. We hope to get started soon, so maybe you'll be biking by the spring. And don't forget your helmet. Next question.
Is your family proud of you?
Well, Sarah, I sure hope so. I work very hard every day to make my family, friends, the entire town, and even you proud of the accomplishments we're working on in Washington Township. I'm sure you work very hard in school and at home and in your extra activities to make your family proud too. Sarah, whenever you do your best, your parents, teachers, and coaches recognize this and their hearts fill up with pride. I'm sure they have a special way of showing you how much they appreciate all your efforts. Now, I'm a little older than you are, Sarah, but still, my mom calls to tell me how proud she is that I've grown up to be, in her eyes, the best husband, father, and mayor that I can be. So keep up the good work, Sarah, and all of you kids. You're the future of our town, and you make us proud every day. Now, that's just a few of the questions we heard in Mrs. Krasnowski's class. If you'd like to hear more from them, and some other kids as well, stay tuned for our upcoming annual Ask the Mayor for Kids show. It promises to be a lot of fun.